Hello everyone, welcome to the new game, or rather new for this channel. Today we're gonna play Thought Experiment Simulator, developed by HoHo Game Studio, published by Gamera Games and Gamirror Games, released on 23rd July 2024 on Steam. So this game is about philosophical questions and dilemmas, from what I know, but it seems like a fun concept, to be honest. We do have a narrator, so I won't have to read as much. So let's begin.
You're in the mode selection menu now. I'd recommend going with story mode, but it's totally up to you.
Yeah, we are going with story mode. I'm assuming this is story mode, yeah. Dive into debates between history's greatest philosophers, exploring thought experiments and gain insights through their perspectives. Just out of interest, what do these modes do? Okay. And challenge mode. Okay, let's go with the story mode. In this game, thought experiments are based on real-life academic theories. Story mode, designed for those with limited philosophy knowledge, helps you understand each thought experiment with basic explanations, ensuring you grasp what's going on. If you prefer to skip dialogues, use the fast forward button to quickly move on. Completing the dialogues unlocks the corresponding level in sim mode for you to play. The core fun of the game comes from sim mode, so it's okay not to read the dialogues carefully. Wait, the core fun of the game comes from sim mode, so it's okay not to read the dialogues. Interesting. The game's creator isn't an expert in philosophy, so there might be academic mistakes in dialogues. Fair enough. If you have suggestions for improvement, please use the survey button on the title screen.
Now, when you click an icon, a story mode button will pop up. This will take you to the dialogue scene I mentioned earlier. You can choose to read through the dialogue or skip it, and then you'll be brought to the playable part, which is called sim mode. Enjoy.
Well, for the purpose of playthrough, we're going to listen to the dialogues. Trolley dilemma, yeah, trolley problem. This part of the game is a little educational. If you're already familiar with this thought experiment or prefer not to read text, use the skip button on the left, otherwise click. The trolley problem presents a moral dilemma where a runaway trolley can be redirected to save many lives at the cost of one. This scenario probes the ethical tension between utilitarian principles, prioritizing the greater good and the protection of individual rights. I think majority of people will know this one. Okay, so there's no narrator for this. Okay. Friedrich Nietzsche. It's a popular philosopher, for those who don't know. Have you guys heard of the trolley problem? A runaway trolley threatens 5 lives, but by pulling a lever we can redirect it to take only 1. It is a compelling example. Okay, Aristotle, also Greek philosopher. Example of the ethical dilemmas that challenge our principles. To act or not, each choice bears its own consequences. Confucius. It's a Chinese philosopher, yeah. The essence of this problem speaks to the core of human morality. How do we choose when each path leads to harm? It is the harmony of actions and outcomes that we must consider. Balance and moderation guide the moral compass. Redirecting the trolley saves more lives, aligning with the doctrine of the mean, seeking the greater good while minimizing harm. But let us not forget the importance of righteousness and propriety. Sacrificing one for many, though pragmatic, must also respect the dignity and rights of the individual. True, Confucius. Our actions must reflect not only the logical but the ethical virtues. Wisdom lies in discerning the right course, even in the face of such moral ambiguity. It begs the question, does the act of redirecting the trolley itself carry a moral weight, or is it in the consequence of the action that defines its righteousness? But consider the will to power. Redirecting the trolley asserts a dominance over fate, a refusal to succumb to the passive acceptance of the many's demise. Your point illuminates the significance of agency and choice in ethics. The act of deciding reflects our capacity for rational thought and moral reasoning. Exactly, it's not merely about numbers, it's about the assertion of will, the affirmation of life, even in the act of choosing whom to save. However, we must tread carefully for unchecked power. Ethics demands we justify our actions within a framework of virtue and the common good. True, but life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. The trolley dilemma forces us to confront the essence of our moral convictions, to act decisively in the face of uncertainty. So what then? Shall we reduce morality to a mere calculation, a balancing of lives as if they were numbers on a ledger? Your perspective reminds us that the essence of morality lies beyond mere calculations. It is the intention, the righteousness of the action that truly defines its moral value. Well said, Confucius. The virtue of an action lies not only in its outcome, but in the moral character that guides it. To act justly, one must be just. Yet, let us remember, the trolley problem, like life, offers no easy answers. It is through these debates that we sharpen our understanding of morality. Okay. We can now play it later in sim mode. Wait, so if I don't play this in sim mode, do I just go to the next one? Right, I do want to play then. No, I do want, okay.
Ah, welcome. I suppose you're here for something entirely ordinary. But let me be clear. This is not your typical ride. You might face some deceptively simple choices. Twists on the classic trolley problem. But remember, not everything is as it seems. Enjoy the conundrum. Or don't. It's entirely up to you.
Okay. Let's change to one person.
Nice pull. Very decisive.
One koala or two? What? Aren't koalas like endangered?
The kangaroos tried to jump over the trolley, and they didn't make it.
There's not much time to think, to be honest. I do prefer pizza without pineapple.
A bold move. The culinary purists salute you.
I didn't get the star though. Right, what is this? Okay, nah.
No more cake, but at least everyone's here to complain about it.
I'm not getting the stars.
Now you must choose between a teleport machine and a time machine. What could possibly go wrong?
Wait, if I teleport the thing, it should like... Oh, I can go back in time?
You've just traveled back to ancient Greece. Trolley wasn't invented yet. Here's just a nice straight road. Oh, you ask me what's in your hand? Well, that's just a toilet plunger.
Wait, so I've got no choice? I cannot do it.
Here comes Sisyphus.
Oh. Okay. Fair enough.
Sisyphus just rolled by with his boulder. Quite a sight, isn't it? Do you think he's happy with his endless task? Or is it just another version of our trolley problem?
Okay, aliens or dinosaurs? Dinosaurs are dead regardless. And there's only one as well, so might as well.
Well done! You've just made the dinosaurs even more extinct.
Well, they already were, yeah, so... I want dragons.
Well, who wouldn't want their commute to be a bit more fantastical?
Oh, that's what it is, okay. I'm gonna change.
Well, looks like gravity took a break.
What? Change frog into human, change human into frog.
Congratulations! You've just increased the human population.
Hey, what is this? 2.
You chose to do nothing. Sometimes inaction is an action.
Wait, so we need to get 4 stars at least, right? Like that's the... Okay, no, that's this one, yeah. No, wait. Wrong.
Goodbye, kangaroos. Today, the trolley hops for you.
Can I skip to number 5? Yeah, I want to do this one. So let's go for the teleport machine, right?
That was a classic case of instant karma. Nice work. Now you know how it feels to be on the receiving end of your own decisions.
Okay, but I'm not getting the stars. Okay, let's go for aliens.
I hope they don't have friends coming to look for them.
Go for the dragon this time. Yo. Saved? Nice.
Next stop, outer space. Please fasten your seatbelts.
Okay, so it's like hidden ones, okay. So we didn't go for this one yet. What?
And now we're going backwards. Thanks, mystery question block.
Isn't that good? If we're going backwards.
Someone's prince just turned back into a frog. Romantic, isn't it?
Okay, so... Wait, I can pause, right? Drifting, we need to get the drifting star. So these are the achievements, okay. Okay. So true, wait. I did it wrong, right? That's not what I wanted to do.
Going for the high score, are we? This isn't bowling, you know.
Okay, I can look at them like this, right? So, what would give us drifting? What would make the first one drift? Huh. This is the teleport slash time machine. I want to check what this one's gonna do. Let's go for koala. I didn't go for koala yet, I think.
Well, this koala's lazy day just turned into a very abrupt stop.
Whoa. What just happened?
Cake down. I repeat, cake down. Party's over, folks.
This is ending on its own, right? I cannot really... Wait, so the first one doesn't have Eva then, right? Do I have to time it?
I see. It's a bold strategy to just let nature take its course.
Not exactly what I wanted to do, but... I'm not sure how to do this one. Let's go for the other ones. Let's go to the next one. Maybe that will, like, the way the creator of the game does things, maybe will give me an idea, because it's very random, to be honest. Buridan's ass. I don't know what that means, actually. Buridan's ass is a thought experiment in philosophy, illustrating the paradox of choice. A donkey, equally hungry and equidistant from two identical bales of hay, unable to decide, starves to death. It highlights the challenges of decision making when faced with equally attractive options. Okay. Socrates this time. Today, let us ponder on Buridan's ass, a tale of donkey being equally hungry and thirsty between a bale of hay and a bucket of water, unable to choose. What does this reveal about decision making? Arendt? I don't know this one. German-born American political theorist. Okay. This paradox challenges our understanding of freedom and action. If the donkey represents a rational agent, then indecision can indeed be fatal. The donkey's dilemma reflects a lack of true knowledge. In knowing deeply, one would see a choice where seemingly none exists. That's an insightful point, yet could this not also highlight the limitations of rationality itself? Even with equal options, one must choose to act. Arendt raises a crucial aspect, action. For is it not through action that we assert our will, despite uncertainty? Precisely, it is the essence of righteousness and propriety to make a decision, to take a path even when the choices appear balanced. Thus, the paradox teaches us about the necessity of commitment in the face of indifferency. It is balance and moderation that should guide our decisions. To choose not just with reason but with virtue. And what of the notion that inaction itself is a choice? To choose not to decide is also an exercise of one's agency. A profound thought. Sorry about that. Agency lies in both action and inaction. Each bears its own consequences and virtue. Consider then the implications for the political action. This donkey, unable to decide, starves. Does society not suffer similarly when leaders falter a decision? Leadership indeed mirrors this. Without the courage to decide, the leader, like the donkey, falls in their duty to those they guide. Hence, the quality of a decision does not solely rest on the equality of options, but on the urgency and ethics of choice. And what say you, Confucius, about the inner virtues that must accompany these decisions? It is through cultivating inner virtues that we discern the better path, even if the choices seem outwardly identical. A fitting conclusion to our dialogue. Shall we then decide on where to dine, lest we fell prey to the same fate as the donkey? Okay, so kind of similar, because it's about choice.
You will tangle with a famous dilemma, making choices that twist classic philosophical quandaries into amusing results. Let's see if you can guide this famously indecisive donkey or not. The fun, after all, is in the attempt and the absurdity of the outcomes.
Right, yes. So,
a choice for water made, but the donkey prefers the art of standing still. You've gone for hydration, but the donkey remains firmly in his existential crisis. Choosing hay over hydration. Remind me never to take you on a desert expedition.
is it dead? Yeah.
Our donkey friend has conclusively resolved his dilemma, though perhaps not in the way we hoped.
Okay.
Before we proceed to the next round, let's take a moment to reflect on your experience with this level. This particular thought experiment posed quite a challenge in converting philosophical quandaries into interactive gameplay, and your feedback is crucial for refining it. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on how the scenario played out, and any suggestions you might have for improvement. Could you please rate this level's gameplay on a scale from 1 to 10?
I don't know, like a 3, because it's not like I could do much.
You know, actually, the game's creator is willing to see whatever score. In the previous design, you would be forced to rate a 10 here, but not anymore. He has updated the game. The game was released on July 22nd, and by the time I record these lines, it's August 1st. In the past week, he has checked every review on Steam and noticed that most of the negative reviews are about being forced to rate a 10 here. But do you know why he added the rating gameplay here? Because in the initial design of this level, the donkey was just standing there, and players could click hay or water. And that's it. The original gameplay was this boring and plain. That's why he added more stuff in this game that might not be that philosophical or related to the thought experiment, but just to entertain you as a game itself. And to laugh at himself for the original boring design, he added the rating part because no one would choose to rate it a 10, not even himself. So he guessed it would be humorous to force a 10 rating. But that probably went too far and caused a bad experience for some players. Apology for that.
Anyway, I can see that.
Let me reveal some new stuff. Some efforts he put into this level to try and make this boring thought experiment more entertaining.
I think, no, that's... I wouldn't put a negative review because of that. Oh, right.
Aha! When you thought the potion would give our donkey a fairy tale ending, the trolley returns with a splash of color.
I like that,
Even in a world of magical transformations, some things remain brutally consistent.
That's cool. Okay, so at least here we're gonna get third star no matter what, right? Because... I think. What?
Who knew a bit of spicy pepper could turn our humble donkey into a fire-breathing spectacle?
I thought he's gonna go for
only
the water.
To be extinguished by the ever-punctual trolley. Seems like even when donkeys breathe fire like dragon, they can't dodge destiny.
Okay. What's this?
In today's digital age, even a donkey isn't safe from taking a perfect selfie. Unfortunately, this donkey's quest for social media fame turned shockingly electrifying. That's one way to go viral, but probably not the kind he had in mind.
Okay. We're gonna check all of them regardless, I would say. Let's do the chewing gum.
The chewing gum turned our donkey into a makeshift rocket, complete with propulsion, courtesy of its own natural gases. Who could have predicted that a bubble-blowing session would launch a donkey lunar mission? Sadly, even with such an impressive exit strategy, the moon is no place for a donkey. Or any of us, really.
Okay, this game is very random. It's a matter of luck to get there, I think, to get the stars, essentially.
Who needs a bird when you can have a boxing glove pop out? Lesson learned. Always expect the unexpected, especially when clocks start throwing punches.
The sound design is immaculate. let's call it. Trampoline is the last one.
Our donkey has taken a leap of faith into a new career as a high jumper. Here's up when he finds what he's looking for out there, beyond the edge of the screen.
Okay, we got all, so we can skip, right? Yeah, let's go to the... Can we leave? How do we leave?
You go for water. Seems like you're thinking about the donkey's kidneys. If only he'd take a step.
Okay, how do we leave? Oh, okay, there we go. The arrow is not actually exactly clickable. It had to be very slightly under. Brain in a vat. I don't know this one either, I think. Brain in a vat is a philosophical scenario questioning reality. It posits that a brain, if isolated and fed simulated experiences by a supercomputer, couldn't distinguish between the simulated world and the reality, challenging our understanding of perception and existence. Okay. Descartes, a French philosopher. Okay. If someone wants to read these, I mean, just pause, because there's enough reading for me already. I'm not gonna read about every single one of them. Have either of you heard of the brain and the vat hypothesis? I have heard of it. It suggests that our perceptions could all be an illusion, as if we are just brains in vats being fed false experiences. It challenges our very sense of reality and truth. But tell me, how does this align with your own ideas? It parallels my evil demon hypothesis. If an all-powerful being can deceive us, then how can we be certain of anything? The reality we perceive is but a fragment of the whole. My friend Juanji once dreamt he was a butterfly, and upon waking, he wondered if he was a man dreaming he was a butterfly, or a butterfly dreaming he was a man. Is this not similar? Zhuangji's dream, it resonates with the idea that our experiences might be a mere fabrication. However, I argue for the will to power, that our perception shapes our reality, not the other way around. Yet, if we cannot trust our senses, how do we know the will to power itself is not an illusion? Trust in the simplicity of Tao, embrace the natural order, and whenever we are brains and vats or beings of flesh, our essence remains unchanged. The essence you speak of is a construct of our perceptions. The reality of a brain in a vat would still be subject to our interpretations, our individual wills. So you suggest that even in a vat, our will can shape our perceived reality? But does that not imply a deeper truth exists beyond our manipulated perceptions? The truth lies in harmony, in accepting the flow of Tao. Whenever we dream or awake, the path remains. Harmony and flow, yes, but also the strength to impose our will on our circumstances, even if those circumstances are controlled by an external force. I see we are divided in our views, Lao Tzu. You propose acceptance, and Nietzsche, you advocate dominance, but perhaps both paths lead to understanding the nature of our existence. In the end, it matters not if we are brains and vats, what matters is how we live within the constraints of our perceptions. Okay. So kinda, is anything real? Kind of thing. Okay.
In this science lab, you'll question the very fabric of your reality. Oh, and if you think you know what's coming because you've heard of brains and vats, think again, my friend.
Okay. Italian attack. Cool. Okay.
You're mixing those liquids now. Hope you know what you're doing, because I certainly don't have a clue.
Two of them is brain. Oh, so I can decide. Wait, let's do, let's say yellow and blue, for example. Yeah, let's go for greenish. Whoa.
One moment it's just you, and suddenly it's a screen full of yous. How many of you does it take to solve a puzzle, I wonder?
Okay. Gonna try these.
Hey, we're here for the brain. This is a philosophical simulation.
Can I add
Not a high school science class.
Yo.
There you go. Floating up like a birthday party decoration. How's the view from up there?
So we have a last one to check. So we
Back at it with the potions.
Blue and red.
After that last wild ride, I'm not sure if I'm excited or terrified to see what happens this time. Oh, Well, it seems you've just disappeared. Should I call someone, or will you be popping back soon?
Okay, I didn't get a star, which is interesting.
Inspecting the vat and hoping to find some deep, dark secrets?
Oh my life.
It's the perfect addition to any existential crisis. Just distract yourself by playing this pointless game. Nothing says deep philosophical investigation quite like matching some shapes. Wait, what? You solved the puzzle, and suddenly everything zooms out. Are we still in the same lab? This makes no sense at all.
Okay. So we've got one more ending. Found the brain. Can we make the brain here? Actually, wait,
The chemistry set? Oh, come on. The real mystery is in the vat, not these beakers and flasks.
wait, we can mix two and then leave, right? I'm not sure if that's gonna help us, but...
I wonder if that brain thinks you're just a part of its simulation.
So I cannot lock this again. Oh, it's random every time. Oh, that's cool.
Yes, deciphering the depths of human consciousness through the art of shape matching.
What an RNG. But does
What
that...
the actual heck is happening? It's like we're peeling back layers of an existential onion, and each layer is just another lab. It never ends.
Oh, I know what I haven't tried. I haven't tried just putting both of the same, right? Yeah. Of every color. Yeah, there we go, I think.
Looking for a brain, and you found one.
Nice.
Yours. A bit of an extreme method, but effective.
Okay, let's just see the other two.
Here we go again.
So fun.
The mixing. I must admit, your dedication to unpredictable transformations is truly something to behold. Ah, now you've turned into a cat. Fluffy and adorable, but do you also feel the urge to knock things off tables?
Nice. I don't know what to think of this game at this moment.
A giant snail transformation.
Yo.
This twist feels familiar.
Nah.
As if drawn from the pages of a nightmare.
Yeah, I was gonna say Junji Ito before even he was saying the spiral nightmare and stuff like that. Okay, so we've got all of these. Let's go to the next one. Oh, Sisyphus. Okay, we know Sisyphus. Everyone knows Sisyphus, I think. So, yeah. Hegel. Have you ever pondered the tale of Sisyphus? A man condemned to roll a boulder up a hill, only to watch it roll back down upon reaching the top. Indeed, it's a fascinating metaphor for human existence, reflecting the eternal struggle and our quest for meaning amidst it all. And how, pray tell, do you see this reflecting on our lives? For it seems to me an extra exercise in futility, a punishment rather than a lesson. Ah, but there lies the beauty. In the act of struggle, Sisyphus finds his purpose. It is through continuous overcoming that life attains its meaning. I would argue, however, that the knowledge and pursuit of wisdom is where true meaning lies. Sisyphus' ordeal represents our relentless pursuit of truth despite its elusive nature. But consider this. Does not the awareness of our struggles bring us closer to virtue? The challenge is not the boulder, but understanding why we push it. Precisely, Socrates. And through this endless cycle, we achieve a higher understanding of ourselves and the world, embodying the concept of becoming rather than being. It's the journey, then, not the destination, that holds value. The act of striving, learning and growing despite the apparent hopelessness of our efforts. Yet, must we accept this as our fate? To eternally push without reprieve? Is there no escape from this cycle? It's not about escape, but embracing our condition, Each push represents humanity's inherent desire to transcend its limitations. And through transcendence, we find liberation, not from the struggle but within it. To know and to grow, despite the certainty of our boulder's return, is our true victory. A victory, then, in the face of absurdity? It speaks to the resilience of the human spirit, a testament to our capacity for hope and determination. Yes, and in that moment of struggle, we are most alive, fully engaged with the essence of our existence. This engagement, this perpetual striving, is what shapes the essence of reality itself, an unfolding narrative of individual and collective growth. It seems then that Sisyphus in his eternal toil teaches us the value of perseverance, the dignity in struggle, and the beauty of the human condition. A beautiful lesson indeed. It is not the weight of the boulder, but the strength of our spirit to bear it that defines us. Okay.
Ah, you find yourself at the foot of a hill, ready to take on an endless challenge. Move forward, and let's see how you face the slope of existential conundrum. Oh, and if you've played the demo before, you might notice something's different here.
I haven't.
Sisyphus begins his ascent, each click a step toward the inevitable summit. With each footprint you find, he marches steadily upward, yet the hill looms ever daunting.
She's gonna drop.
Oh, what's this? A new hat for Sisyphus. Here's hoping a little novelty goes a long way in this eternal repetition.
The sound.
Look at that! Sisyphus has switched up his headgear again as he resets his climb. Who knew that fashion could make an ancient punishment a bit more interesting?
I can't. I'm gonna check. Yeah, I can't really click anything else.
As the boulder rolls back to the base, Sisyphus watches his fleeting progress vanish, destined to begin anew. With a resigned sigh, he squares his shoulders for another ascent, each step as inevitable as the last. There lies the cycle, unending and relentless, a testament to his eternal task.
Is that a JoJo reference with the hair? Over again. Let's go. Okay, all these are anime references.
You knocked off his hat! Poor Sisyphus. As if his task wasn't hard enough already. Now, because of your click, he's got to face that uphill battle bareheaded. Watch where you're clicking next time.
You did it. I didn't even realize, but you made me do it. Narrator.
Once again, the boulder betrays Sisyphus's efforts, rolling down the slope to its starting point. Undeterred, Sisyphus returns to the base, his resolve as unyielding as the stone he pushes.
That was cool though. That was very smooth with the you clicked off his hat essentially. I like that. Okay, all these are anime references. I mean, I don't know about the crown, but like.
Oh no, not again.
Oh,
there goes his hat, tumbling down just like that boulder. Sisyphus really didn't need that extra challenge. Try to keep the hats on his head next time, will you?
Okay, what's this time? Yeah, all these are anime references. What's the ending? Okay, I think I just need to keep going.
Again with the hat knocking? Sisyphus has enough on his plate without you adding a breeze to his scalp.
I pressed
Let's
it.
try to keep the accessories in place next round, okay?
I pressed it on purpose to like not press on it. So it's on you. It's on you, narrator, this time. Like actually on you. Okay, so that was one piece. I don't know what this hair is actually. It seems like some old anime or like mafia, or not mafia, like high school delinquent, something like that hairstyle.
Wow, more than 10 pushes. You've actually unlocked all the achievements there are in this relentless endeavor.
Yo,
Maybe it's time to explore new horizons. There's a whole world beyond this hill.
that's gone hair when he fights Pito. Like I'm 99% sure that's what it references. Like, is there gonna be new hair?
Still pushing, huh? Maybe there's a bit of Sisyphus in you after all. Finding joy in the challenge.
Parasite.
Have fun with the boulder. I'll be waiting for you in the next thought experiment.
I wonder how many anime hairstyles or like references there are here. I'm not sure I want to spend so much or like so long on this, but a globe. Oh, what is this? Oh wait, that's not anime anymore. It's just a rock. Okay, I'm gonna go further, but I might skip. Like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see in the editing. Okay, there can be a lot, so I'm just gonna go. If I didn't play it for YouTube, then maybe I would keep going. But Prisoner's Dilemma. I might know this one. The Prisoner's Dilemma is a game theory scenario where two individuals, when acting in self-interest, may not achieve the optimal outcome. Oh, okay, this one. Cooperation leads to mutual benefit, but the risk of betrayal exists. It explores the tension between individual and collective rationality and decision making. Yeah, so if two people don't sell out each other, they are both gonna be fine. If one sell outs the other, then he might get a benefit, basically. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. Have any of you ever contemplated the Prisoner's Dilemma? It's a fascinating scenario in game theory where two prisoners must decide whether to betray the other or cooperate without knowing the other's decision. And it's interesting to note how the choice of cooperation, which benefits both, is often overshadowed by the fear of betrayal. This reflects the dialectical process. The individual's actions are interdependent, shaping and reshaping their realities through their choices. Not just recognizing, but actively fostering it. In a society that values mutual aid over competition, the dilemma itself might dissolve. Yet the essence of the dilemma persists as long as individual freedom conflicts with universal necessity. True, each decision in the dilemma mirrors existential choices whenever to act authentically in freedom or be led by anxiety towards self-interest. And under capitalism, this self-interest is not just personal but systemic, enforced by the economic structures that divide us. It's a perpetual cycle of thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. Individual desires clash with collective needs, leading to new understandings or conflicts. Which brings us to the core. Can true freedom exist in making a choice if the choices themselves are constrained by external conditions? Perhaps it is in recognizing these constraints that we find the path to actual freedom. Indeed, engaging in this dilemma, we must not just play the game, but question the rules imposed upon us. A thoughtful point. In questioning, we transcend the immediate and glimpse the universal, the totality of relations that define our actions. It's about envisioning a society where the dilemma's very foundation is transformed, no longer prisoners of circumstance, but architects of our fate. In the end, it's not just about what choices we make, but the kind of world we want to build with those choices. Essentially, you could say that.
Welcome to the prisoner's dilemma. You and your cellmate are in quite a bind. Here's the deal. If you both confess, you each get 5 years. If you confess while your cellmate stays silent, you'll walk free while they get 10 years. If you stay silent and they confess, you get the 10 years and they go free. But if both of you keep quiet, you both walk free. So, what's it going to be? Do you trust your cellmate or not?
I mean, it would depend on the person, right? Like, it would literally depend on the person. Let's go the you both are free thing. Where do I press?
Wow.
Oh, oops.
You've spilled the beans while your friend stayed silent. You're free to go, but your partner gets 10 years behind bars.
What?
This is the brink of a Cold War, where you're a superpower and so is your rival. Now, you need to decide whether to build missiles or not. The rule is, if both do, a tense peace will be achieved through mutually assured destruction. However, a tremendous amount of money will be spent on this arms race. If you build while they don't, you can eliminate your rival. Don't build while they do, and, well, it's game over for you. If you both avoid the arms race, peace, without worrying about a nuclear war. What's your move? Will you arm up or aim for peace?
This is a big one, to be honest, I feel like. Okay, so we don't know what they're gonna do. So we not if we're not gonna make. Okay. Oh, well. GG.
A pacifist approach. Sadly, your rival chose missiles over diplomacy.
Well, that got me the end.
Now,
So.
as they say in the classics, you're wiped off the map.
Well.
What?
Here's the stock market's own version of the prisoner's dilemma. You're an investor, and so is everyone else around you. If you hold onto your stock, and if the others do the same, the price skyrockets and everyone profits. Hold while others sell, you will lose your money. Sell while they hold, you miss out on the gains. And if everyone sells, the stock price drops hard, and you might just minimize your losses. What's your move? Will you hold steady or cut your losses?
So this is selling, I'm assuming, right? So if I hold and they sell, it's going up, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go this one. Nice, I guess. Oh, wait,
Everyone
no.
hit the sell button, including you. You might not make a profit, but at least you're not sinking with the ship.
Was that sell?
Back for more, are we? Diving into the murky waters of trust and betrayal once
Wait,
again.
that was sell.
Let's see how you navigate the twists this time around. Will you play it safe, or is there a new strategy? Let the games begin.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go this one. Right, this time. Oh wait, no, I pressed this one last time. I wanted to go this one.
Sweet sound of silence. Both of you kept your lips sealed, and look at that, you're free. Sometimes saying nothing at all really is the best strategy.
That would be the best strategy, I think. As I
Back
said,
at the
it
Cold War
depends on the
crossroads,
person,
I
but
see.
still.
Ready for another round of strategic decision making? Let's find out if this time you can rewrite history, or just repeat your history.
Okay, I press this, but this time we're gonna make peace. Because we both have rockets.
The classic arms race. Both of you went all in on missiles. You've got a peaceful standoff, but your wallet is definitely feeling lighter.
That's essentially what's happening now in the world, right?
Back for another round in the financial arena? Let's see how you play the market this time. Will you stick to your previous strategy, or are you eyeing a different move?
Okay, so this is the last option then. Right? Oh wait, no.
Holding steady.
Oh no, I did press that one last time.
The others didn't share your courage. Now, as the price plummets, it's a reminder that the market waits for no one.
Okay, let's go to the next one, I suppose. I cannot choose the third one, so I'm not gonna wait for it. The Veil of Ignorance. I'm not sure what's this about. The Veil of Ignorance is a concept emphasizing impartial decision making. It proposes making choices without knowledge of one's own position or characteristics, promoting fairness and justice in designing societal structures. I'm not sure I've heard about this, actually. The essence of nature teaches us harmony. Yet I ponder how such harmony can be reflected in the laws of men. Indeed, the construction of society is often marred by the interests of class, obscuring fairness. Imagine then a veil that shrouds our status, wealth, or power. Decisions made thus, how would they differ? The veil of ignorance, a fascinating concept. It compels us to design a society not knowing our place within it. A test of true justice, perhaps. Precisely, Socrates. It encourages decisions that benefit all, not just a select few. And what say you, Marx? How would you view this through the lens of your critique of capitalism? The veil would force the bureaus to consider the proletariat's needs. In ignorance of one's class, society could aim for a distribution based on need, not greed. A balance, then, that mirrors the Tao, acting without bias, governing without forcing. But how practical is this concept? Can man truly detach from his own interests? Challenging, Socrates, yet it serves as an ideal towards which to strive, pushing us beyond our inherent class struggles. Like water, we must find our level, seeking the lowest places which all disdain. Therein lies true harmony. An admirable goal, yet human nature is complex. Our decisions are often clouded by personal gain, which is why such a philosophical tool is vital. It doesn't promise perfection, but guides us towards equity. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Let the veil be that first step towards justice. Indeed, Lao Tzu. As philosophers, it's our duty to challenge the norms and imagine a fair society. Yeah, but it would be very difficult, I think. I mean, it literally depends, in our current world, it depends on the people at the top, right? It's literally up to them.
A veil that hides not just figures, but choices. Distribute these coins, will you? Without knowing which piggy is your ally in this game of unseen fairness. After all, the coins are yours to allocate, and the consequences, well, they're yours to discover.
Okay, so there's 10. So I can go
And
like...
with a single coin, the game of unseen stakes begins.
So let's distribute equally, I guess. Yeah.
A fair hand you've played, dealing each hidden contender an equal chance.
So I need 10. Okay, so that's me then, right?
The first coin slides in, sparking a mystery of wealth distribution behind the veil.
Cha-ching. Let's go like this. Oh wait, that's me.
Oh dear. It seems your generosity, or perhaps just bad luck, has left you with the lighter purse. Don't fret. Sometimes the richest experiences come from having the least.
Okay, so it's random which one I am technically. Okay.
A coin tossed into the unknown. Will fortune favor you today?
Let's do it like this. Yeah, I don't like that, for example. It's gonna reset, or I just need to reach 10 then. So let's go even. Cha-ching.
Blind justice served by blind choice.
Interesting. Right, so impoverished, unconventional veil. Huh.
Ah, you've gathered enough coins and chosen to unlock the mystery. What lies beyond this icon could change your perspective or challenge your decisions. Let's see what your choices have unlocked for you. Welcome to the Veil of Ignorance, Trolley Problem Edition. In this scenario, you don't know your own role. You could be the one on the track, or the one deciding at the lever. Will you choose to pull the lever, not knowing who you might be in this dilemma? Just a heads up, double track drifting is not allowed here.
I mean, the highest chance would be of me being here, so...
Your impartial choice to divert the trolley showed true fairness, and as a result, you lived to see another day.
Nice.
Let's get back to the task at hand and continue exploring the depths of philosophy.
Okay. Let's do this.
Oops. Did you forget about your own piggy bank? Or is it a masterclass in charity?
Nice. Okay, I've got all, so I'm gonna leave. I don't know how many there are here, so I don't think there's points to going for this. Okay, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 15. So I'm gonna end here for this episode. So thank you for watching. The game is cool. I mean, it's a developer's first game. It was shown on the entry screen, in the intro screen. Of course, it's not finished, but no, I haven't. I mean, the game is finished. I haven't finished it. But it's cool. I like it. So we're definitely gonna finish it. So thank you for watching. Leave a subscription, like, and comment. Helps the channel grow. And it shows you like the content. And I hope to see you in the next episode. So, bye.